We see a young couple, Matt and Nadia, at the beginning of the story, who have come to live in their new house. This house is in a deserted area, with no other houses or population nearby. Tired of the city's noise, Matt and Nadia also wanted such a quiet house, and Matt got this beautiful house at a very low price. When the two of them come inside the house was in a very bad condition, as if it had been empty for many years. That's why the two of them start cleaning the house, and Matt starts throwing away the useless things out the window. While cleaning the kitchen, Nadia sees a dead bird, which she takes outside to bury. But then Matt calls out to Nadia from the window above, which draws Nadia's attention up to Matt, and when she looks back at the bird, it had vanished. Seeing this, Nadia feels something strange and wonders where the bird suddenly disappeared. On the other hand, Matt also sees a strange thing in the wall, and to see it, he tears off the wallpaper, and Matt sees a big door there, which needed a key to open. Now Matt starts looking for the key to that door and finds the key in the junk thrown outside. After that, he puts the key in the door's hole and opens the door. Nadia also arrives here. They both see that inside there is a black, deep, dark room, and as soon as they both enter that room, the outside lights suddenly start to blink. Seeing this, both of them feel something is wrong, and to fix this problem, Matt says that we should call an electrician. Saying this, he leaves, and Nadia is left alone near that room. Nadia now thinks whether she should go into this room or not. But then Nadia feels some strange fear. That's why she also follows Matt. The night passes this way, and the next day, Nadia calls an electrician. After some time, an electrician comes to fix the problem of the lights blinking. And while checking the house lights, he reaches the basement, and seeing the sight there, he is stunned because the entire basement was filled with electrical wires, and there was no corner where there were no wires. These wires looked very old, and the electrician also says that he has never seen such things before. Anyway, the electrician somehow manages to turn on the house lights and starts to leave, and while leaving, he asks Matt, "Why did you buy this house after all?" The first owner of this house was murdered in this house, and after that day, no one was ready to live in this house. Hearing this, Matt gets very scared and starts researching about this house. During the research, Matt finds out about the Thompson family, a couple, in an old news article on the internet, and the article stated that the couple living in this house was killed by their own son, John. During the investigation, John tells the police that the house made him commit this murder. Seeing this, Matt finds this a false story, and after researching for many hours, he gets tired. Then, hiding from his wife, he sits in the same dark room and starts drinking alcohol. There were already 2 sips of alcohol left in the bottle, which he finishes emptying the bottle and thinks to himself, "I wish I could get one more bottle to drink." Suddenly, the lights start to blink and the light goes out for a while. And when the light comes on again, there is a bottle of alcohol lying in front of him. Seeing this, his eyes widen, and when he touches and checks that bottle, he finds out that it is a real bottle. That is, this room can fulfill any wish. The next morning, Nadia wakes up from sleep. She sees that Matt is not here. That's why she goes to that room to look for Matt. Going there, she sees that the entire room is filled with expensive paintings and new things, and Matt is very happy. Matt tells Nadia that this room has the power to fulfill any wish. He tells Nadia that whatever you want, just ask for it from your heart, and it will be presented before you. Hearing this, Nadia finds Matt's words a joke. That's why she starts laughing at Matt. But Matt says, "You try it once." Then Nadia says, "Okay, fine. I need a job right now, so I'll ask for that." Then Matt explains to her that this room cannot give a job. You ask for a thing from it. After which Nadia closes her eyes and wishes for $1,000, and in the blink of an eye, $1,000 appear before them. But even now, Nadia is not completely convinced. That's why she again wishes for $1 million, and just like before, this time too, they get $1 million. Now Nadia is also convinced that this room is not a normal room, but a room that fulfills every wish. And what's next? These people ask for one expensive thing after another from that room, and that thing is presented before them. These people accumulate expensive wines, expensive clothes, diamonds, gold, food and drink, and lots of money. They both become millionaires overnight, and their life starts passing happily. At night, Nadia asks Matt how this room is fulfilling all their wishes. But Matt says that we should not think about this at all. We just have to enjoy it. In this way, they both spend the next few days living like billionaires. Every time they had a wish, the lights would flicker, and all their wishes would be immediately fulfilled in that room built in the basement. The two of them dance, party, and have a lot of fun. But their flashy life was now only a few days long, and now their bad days were about to begin. Although this room could give everything, there was one thing that was the biggest wish of their life, and that thing the room could also give them. But these two were not ready to ask for that thing from the room, and that thing was nothing else but a child. One day, Matt gifts Nadia a baby swing, which was a sign that they should try for a child. Matt explains to Nadia that they should try once more. But Nadia is not ready for this because she has already had 2 miscarriages. Now Nadia gets upset. After thinking for a long time, she goes into this room and wishes for a child, and she gets the child too. When Matt comes and sees Nadia with the child, he gets very angry and starts scolding Nadia that she should not have taken the child without permission. On this matter, there is a long argument between the two of them. Nadia says that she adopted this shortcut so that she does not have to face the troubles of miscarriage or labor pain. She says that both of them will be very happy with this child. But Matt was not ready to accept this child, and he tells Nadia to go to that room and wish for the room to take this child back. Now, even though Nadia does not want to, she comes to that room and tries to make the child disappear, but she is unable to do so. That's why she hands the child over to Matt. Now, with the child in his lap, Matt also gets emotional, and he is also unable to wish for the child to disappear and puts the child back in Nadia's lap. Now these two decide that they will raise this child, and in this way, they both become the parents of a child. Now Nadia was quite happy with the child, but Matt had no attachment to this child, and Matt wanted to get more information about this room. That's why he starts researching again, and he finds out that the boy who killed the owner of this house, i.e., his parents, is still alive and is spending his life in a mental hospital. Knowing this, Matt keeps some money in his pocket from the pile of money asked for through his wish and sets out to meet John. After reaching the hospital, the nurse asks Matt, "Are you a reporter?" Because no family member has come for John for the last 45 years. Hearing this, Matt lies that he is also a reporter. After some time, John comes. John was old, and John sits at the back table and tells Matt, "I was waiting for you." Hearing this, Matt feels something strange, and he directly asks John what he knows about this room and why he killed his mom and dad. Then John says that he did not kill his parents, but the room made him do it. After this, John smiles and says, "I know you're having fun right now. Lots of food, expensive clothes, and enjoyment. But soon you will have to pay the price for it." And John tells Matt, "Leave this house as soon as possible." Matt does not find John's mental condition right. That's why he leaves him there and starts returning home. On the way, he stops the car at a petrol pump to fill petrol in the car. After getting the petrol filled, when Matt puts his hand in his pocket to pay the employee, ash comes out in his hand instead of money. Seeing this, he gets worried and gives the employee money from the other pocket and reaches home directly and starts thinking that he had put a lot of money in his pocket while leaving. Then where did that money suddenly disappear? Now, to confirm this, he picks up the money that he had wished for through the room and throws it out the window, and in no time, the money suddenly disappears. After this, Matt picks up a painting wished for through the wish and keeps half of it inside the house and half outside. After a while, the part that was outside the house turns into ash, and the remaining part remains the same. Seeing this, Matt understands that they cannot take anything received from this room outside the house. Otherwise, all those things will turn into ash. Matt now starts breaking the wall of the room so that he can find out what is hidden in this room. But apart from the tangled wires inside the walls, there was nothing else. There were just wires and wires everywhere. Nadia also reaches there due to the noise of breaking the walls. Nadia starts going outside with the child in her lap, but Matt stops her from going out and says that it is not safe to take the child outside. He is unable to tell her the real reason, but he himself had understood that whatever was wished for through that room, it would be destroyed if taken out of here. But despite Matt's refusal, Nadia takes the child outside. As soon as she takes the child outside, the child starts crying loudly, and his color starts changing. Seeing this, Nadia also starts screaming. Hearing Nadia's voice, Matt runs to her and takes both of them inside the house. And now we see that the small child is no longer a small child, but he has become an 8-year-old boy in a few seconds. Here, Matt tells Nadia the whole truth that the room can fulfill all their wishes, but they cannot take the things given by it outside the house. Otherwise, those things will become old and turn into ash. Hearing this, Nadia gets very sad, and now both of them decide that they will keep this child in the house. They will never let him go outside, otherwise he will be killed. In this way, days pass. Nadia teaches the child everything inside the house. She considers him her son and names this child Shane. Shane was quite different from other children. He did not listen to anyone, nor did anything affect him. His actions were not at all like children. He used to eat ice during meals. But despite all these actions, Nadia loved Shane very much. Nadia explains to Shane that he cannot go outside the house because there are dangerous people outside who will kill him. Hearing this, Shane becomes very sad and looks at the outside world from the window and sometimes the door inside the house. Whenever Nadia went out of the house or came inside the house, she would lock the door so that Shane could not leave the house. One day, when Shane was playing with a snow globe in the house, Matt comes there. Now, since Matt had no attachment to Shane at all, he scolds Shane that he should not play here. Out of fear, the snow globe falls from Shane's hand and breaks. Shane is very sad about Matt's behavior. At night, Shane goes near their room and secretly starts listening to Nadia and Matt's conversation. They both talk about that room. Hearing this, Shane starts to suspect that there is definitely something in that room that he is unaware of. He wonders why these two do not let him go out of the house and tell him to stay away from that room. That's why Shane takes a torch and starts investigating the house. And moving forward, he reaches the basement, where there were lots of tangled wires. Going through all of them, he finally reaches that room, and here he gets to know the whole secret. All night the lights kept blinking throughout the house, but Matt and Nadia, being asleep, do not notice anything. The next morning, when Matt's eyes open, he sees a new snow globe lying next to him, and the broken globe is visible at some distance. Seeing this, he gets worried about who made this new globe. Matt goes straight to Nadia and wakes her up and asks if she wished for this globe from that room, to which Nadia says, "No, I did not wish for this globe." Just then, seeing the lights blinking, he understands that this is all Shane's doing. They both rush towards that room, and going there, they are both surprised. Now, because Shane was not allowed to go out of the house, he keeps the desire to go outside in his heart and wishes for a very large outdoor area for himself from that room, where there was an open sky and a big forest, and Shane was playing there happily. Nadia is happy to see the world created by her son and starts playing with him. But Matt was not at all happy with Shane's work because he was afraid that Shane might accidentally ask for a gun or something wrong from that room, which might put their lives in danger. That's why he holds Shane by the hand and brings him back inside the house. Now Matt keeps the key to that room with him and forbids Shane from going into that room. But Nadia stops Matt from doing so. She says that they already don't let Shane go out of the house. Now the poor fellow has created a separate outdoor area for himself. That's why they should not stop him from going there, and his life is also not in danger there. But Matt does not listen to Nadia and says that Shane is still immature. He is afraid that Shane might accidentally ask for something from that room that might put both of them in danger. Just then the phone rings, and despite not having permission, Shane picks up the phone. But Matt quickly snatches the phone from him and starts talking himself. On the other end of the call was John, who, after hearing Shane's voice, understood that Matt had wished for a child from that room. Now Matt also does not hide anything from him and asks how they can get rid of this child. On the other side, Nadia starts secretly listening to all their conversations from another phone kept in the kitchen. John tells him his truth that he was also wished for through that room. He says that he killed his parents because he also wanted to see the outside world. But when he went out of the house, his age started increasing, and when he asked the room, it told him that if he wanted to get out of this house, he would have to kill the person who wished for him. That's why he killed the woman who made the wish and also killed her husband. That's why he is in jail today. He tells Matt that his story and Shane's story are the same. If he wants to save Shane and show him the outside world, he will have to kill the person who wished for Shane. Now, if Matt wished for Shane, then he will have to sacrifice himself. And if your wife wished for Shane, then you will have to kill her. And Nadia was also listening to all these things on the other end of the call. Nadia gets very sad after hearing all these things, and she takes out the car and leaves the house, which makes Matt worry about her. Nadia thinks of killing herself to give Shane life, but she is unable to do so. Meanwhile, Matt sits at the table and starts having dinner with Shane. Then Shane asks Matt, "Where did my mom go?" and asks him many other questions. Angered by this, he tells Shane that he is not their real son and that he has no parents. Not only that, in anger, he throws Shane out of the room. Shane goes up to his room, crying out of fear. After a while, Matt realizes his mistake. He goes to Shane's room and starts apologizing to him, and they both sleep together all night. When Nadia returns home, she feels very good seeing them both sleeping together. After some time, Matt wakes up and sees that Nadia has returned home. Matt tells Nadia that he was very worried about her and says, "Forgive me because I yelled at Shane and also fought with you." During the conversation, they both start getting closer to each other. And when they both were intimate in the room, Shane watches them from the door silently. He feels an attraction for Nadia in his heart. Now he also wanted to do all these things. That's why he now waits for them both to fall asleep. When they both fall into a deep sleep, Shane secretly comes and steals the key to go out of the house from Matt's pocket. The next morning, Matt and Nadia understand that Shane has gone out of the house after seeing the front door open. That's why they were afraid that he might have died. But then they are both surprised to see Shane in a different part of the house because Shane had now become young and powerful. He points a gun at his parents and threatens them. Then Nadia tries to explain to him. In the meantime, Matt attacks Shane, and a fight breaks out between the two. But during their fight, Nadia is pushed, due to which she falls down and faints. After a while, Matt wakes her up and tells her that Shane died due to an accidental gunshot. Hearing this, Nadia starts crying. Matt comforts her and brings her back into the house. And here comes the biggest twist in the story because the Matt who took Nadia and brought her home was actually Shane. Meanwhile, in the other room where their fight took place, the real Matt regains consciousness and searches the entire house for his wife. Just then, seeing the lights flickering again, he goes towards that room. But his wife Nadia was not present there either. Meanwhile, Nadia had no idea that the man sitting with her was not Matt, but Shane. But Nadia also notices some changes in Matt. And soon, his habit of eating ice makes Nadia realize that this is not Matt, but Shane, who wished from the room to give himself Matt's form. On the other hand, the real Matt understands that he is stuck alone in this house. Shane has shifted his wife to another house through a wish from this house. Now he starts breaking the wall with all his might to get out of this house. And finally, crossing all the wires, he reaches that room, which was now a forest with lots of tall trees. Going there, Matt finds out that Shane had used the room to make this place very big and had also built a duplicate house there, just like theirs. He also understood that Shane had taken his form to kidnap Nadia, keep her in this duplicate house, and be physical with her alone. As soon as this thought comes to his mind, Matt runs into that jungle to get his wife back and finally reaches inside that duplicate house, where Shane is trying to be forceful with Nadia. Seeing Matt coming inside, Shane again gets ready for a fight. Now Nadia also cannot recognize who the real Matt is because they both looked exactly the same, and here both of them tell Nadia to come with them. Now Nadia acts smartly and takes Shane's name. As soon as Shane hears it, he looks at her, and Nadia understands that he is Shane, after which she pushes Shane down. As soon as he falls to the ground, he comes back to his real form. Meanwhile, Matt and Nadia try to get out of the room but cannot, because Shane had wished for them to be trapped in this house. Even after millions of attempts, when they are unable to get out of the house, Matt stops and starts thinking of a way to get out of there. Here Matt cleverly makes a wish that their new forms stay inside this house, and their real forms go out of this house. Just then, Shane also suddenly arrives there and stabs Matt, killing him. But during these talks, he realizes that these are actually the clones of Matt and Nadia, while the real Matt and Nadia run towards the jungle outside the room. Seeing this, Shane gets very angry and runs fast after them. Here both of them reach the real house. When Shane also reaches the real house, he runs and attacks Matt. But here Matt acts smartly and holds Shane tightly and takes him out of the house with him. Shane, sensing danger to his life, runs back towards the door. But Nadia closes the door before he can enter. Now here Shane tries to deceive Nadia. He says, "Please, Mom, open the door for me." But Nadia has understood everything now. That's why she cries and watches Shane age. Slowly, his body starts to decay, and finally, he turns into ash. Nadia comes near him and cries, picking up the ash made from his body because Nadia considered him her son. After this, Matt comes to Nadia, and they both hug each other. Now the scene shifts, and we are shown a scene a few months later, where Matt and Nadia settle in a small house and start living peacefully. But after a few days, Nadia nervously does a pregnancy test, and the report comes out positive. That is, now they both are going to have a baby of their own. With this, the story ends. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and like the video.